Bon, dernier jour de notes avant le retour à l'école, le subjonctif. This is going to be a great review because we haven't seen subjunctive in a while. Le subjonctif après les expressions de nécessité, de possibilité, de doute et d'émotion. Alright, so they've given us a list here. We have 4 lists which will help you to know when to use subjunctive. The first one is les expressions de nécessité. So it's necessary that, it's essential that, it's important that, it's necessary that, it would be necessary that, it's a faudrait que, il vaudrait mieux que, it would be better that. And then we have our expressions of doubt. So if you remember croire and penser, these two are sort of in a category of their own, because if you believe it in the positive without the negative here, it's not going to use subjunctive, because if you believe something to be true, then you really do believe it. You don't have any doubt. And same for think. I think that. You're not going to use subjunctive, because when you think something, you're sure about it and you don't have any doubts. But if you don't believe that, then you're sort of doubting whether it's true or not. Or I don't think that. So if you said, for example, je ne pense pas qu'ils viennent, I don't think that they are coming. You have a doubt whether they are coming or not. Ça m'étonnerait que, that would surprise me that, or it would surprise me that. Alright, and je ne suis pas sûr que, I'm not sure that, and je ne suis pas certain or certaine que, I'm not certain that. Alright, so these are all doubting expressions, and you must use subjunctive after them. Les expressions de possibilité, so whenever you have a possibility, there's a possibility it will happen, there's a possibility that it will not happen. So you have to use subjunctive because it's not sure. Il est possible que, il se peut que, il est impossible que. So this is both, it's possible that, it may be that, and it's impossible that. And then we have emotion. This is a new one for us, emotion. I am happy that you're coming. Je suis heureux or heureuse que tu viennes. I'm sorry that, so you feel bad that something happened. So, je suis désolé que tu aies de mauvaises notes. I'm sorry that you had a bad grade. Je suis étonné que tu veuilles venir. I'm sorry. I'm surprised that you want to come. C'est dommage que is, it's a shame that. And avoir peur que, to be afraid that. So these emotion expressions need to use subjunctive. Okay, so here's our good review for the regular verbs, les verbes réguliers, qui, avec les terminaisons I, R, E. These regular verbs, you take the third person plural, il, elle, and drop the E and T. And you add your endings. So inside the boot, you have ER endings. Outside the boot, they look like imperfect endings. Okay, so ER endings inside the boot, imperfect endings outside of the boot. That's only for regular verbs. Okay. Down here, we are going to look at a few of the very common irregular verbs. Pouvoir, to be able to. And it is que je puisse, oh gosh, que je puisse, que tu puisses, es, qu'il puisse, I. Right? And then we have puissions, IONS, puissier, IEZ, puisse, ENT. Okay, so that one, you've got your irregular stem, but the endings are regular. Alright, faire is the same. Face, 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 fassion, S, facier, and face, ENT. So again, irregular stem, FASS, regular endings for subjunctive. Okay, and then over here, aller, avoir, être, and vouloir are going to be different because they're only going to follow The endings are going to follow the rule, or the stem, I'm sorry, is going to follow the irregular stem inside the boot, and it's going to be different outside the boot. So I'm going to highlight these 4, because inside and outside the boot, their stems are going to change. Okay? So let's look. For aller, we have que j'aille, A-I-L-L-E. So A-I-L-L is our stem inside the boot only. Que tu ailles, qu'il or qu'elle or qu'on aille. Alright, outside of the boot, we're going to go back to A-L-L-I-O-N-S, A-L-L-I-E-Z, and then back to the A-I-L-L-E-N-T. Okay, so outside of the boot you have a different stem than inside the boot. Same for être, soit, soit, soit. Alright, and here we have a different endings as well. Okay, and then we go to S-O-Y-O-N-S, outside the boot, S-O-Y-E-Z, and then back to the S-O-I-E-N-T, outside the boot. Inside the boot. So inside the boot we have the S-O-I, outside the boot S-O-Y, sort of like a boot verb. Alright, avoir, we have really irregular A-I-E, A-I-E-S, but A-I-T. So that follows no rule. And then we go to A-Y-O-N-S, so it doesn't even go back to the root of the verb. A-Y-E-Z, and then back to the A-I-E-N-T, inside the boot. Vouloir, we have veuille, so V-E-U-I-L-L-E, veuille, E-S, veuille, E, and then we go back to V-O-U-L, voulions, vouliez, and we go back to the veuille in the third person plural. Okay, so this is going to be part of our chapter 7 here, but also it's a great review for subjunctives because we will see them on our final exam. Okay, so I'll be giving some practice here later this morning and looking at some of the things from our chapter with some practice on this as well. Alright, so stay tuned for more.